Hare Krishna. Law of attraction. Law of attraction has been gaining a lot of attention of late, especially after a movie called Secret, released in the year 2007. What does the movie talk about it? It's just a small clip what they speak about. Here we go. Watch this and come back. After this movie and couple of celebrities like them endorsing it, it has become a norm for a youngster to believe in it. What is it lacking? What is it not lacking? We'll discuss in this particular session today. Before we start, let us offer our praise and take the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna to understand this concept. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Law of attraction is a belief that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, people can bring positive or negative experience into their life. Proponent of this particular new thought of philosophy believe that they say that in order to achieve desired goals, be it events, things, or even people, one must feel, he should feel or she should feel that he has already achieved it. Propaganda of this philosophy gained significant momentum after the release of the film The Secret in the year 2006, as I said earlier, which was developed into a book of the same title, Secret, in 2007. The movie and the book continues to attract more and more attention, especially from the younger generation. This is mainly because what I feel strongly because of its affirmation from renowned celebrities. Even though the propagation of law of attraction is backed by successful celebrities, but the scientific community has dubbed it as a pseudoscience, for it has no actual scientific basis for it. In fact, a number of researchers have criticized the misuse of scientific concepts by the proponents of law of attraction. Apart from this, there are significant number of writings all across the internet and videos available, because before coming for this session, I was researching on it, discussing about why law of attraction miserably fails. Most of these writings and videos end without any concrete answers or evidence for backing it and asking to try harder on it because you didn't put an effort the way it should have been done. The law of attraction claims that universal power helps you to get what you strongly imagine to have. वो हिंदी में एक डायलॉग था,
इतनी शिद्दत से मैंने तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है कि हर जर्रे ने मुझे तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश की है। कहते हैं अगर किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है।
Hope you remember that dialogue. Anyways, but it is not the scientific reason why law of attraction sometimes works and sometimes you get something you strongly believe to have. The scientific reason is actually, according to Bhagavad Gita, the law of karma. Or if you want to give credit to Newton, the Newton's third law of motion. Because intense thinking about getting something will lead to actions. They say, watch your thoughts. Thoughts will come into words and words will come into actions. And continuous actions will qualify to get it for every actions leads to a consequent reaction, and there is an action and a chain of reaction treading from one life to another, and this is called actually law of karma. Jaisi karni vaisi barni. So for what you are going through, in simple words, whether happiness or distress, you deserve it. The kind of people you have, the kind of circumstance you are put in, it's at the end of the day, it's your action and no one else is responsible for this. This can be, I'll give you an example. This can be understood by a simple example. Let us say you have X dollar in your bank account, and you don't remember exactly how much you have it. Now you want Y amount to be withdrawn, but you are not writing a check. Q, fearing that it might get bounced. So law of attraction makes you imagine that you already have Y amount in your bank account and inspires to write a check. Imagining that, hoping that, willing that Y amount exists. But in reality, if imagine Y is smaller than X, hope you are able to follow me. If Y is smaller than X, you will get the money. And you will think that why law of attraction works. But actually it is there in your package, hence you could do it. But in reality, if Y is bigger than X, then you will not get the money. And the law of attraction will inspire you to work hard, increase money in your account, and again write a check. By this time I have worked hard, this time you have increased X, so chances of your check getting encashed has increased. In this way, every time you write a check, your chance of getting it encashed is increased. And finally, it reaches 100%. Now, the underlying principle here is not your imagination. That is law of attraction. It is not so. But your action, your karma, your endeavor, your chesta, your mehnat, your hard work, or your package of this life or the previous lives, or the actions of this life which you have not seen across, or the previous lives. Anyway, your imagination has just motivated you to do actions, be it writing a check or working or increasing bank balance in your bank account. I'll give you another example, classic. When you, this has happened with most of the people who wants to reduce their weight, who are obese, who are struggling with their health with increased weight. Say they want to lose weight. Now for this, law of attraction tells, you might imagine yourself with perfect weight, with all the packs and all the muscles. You will see universe giving you a lot of opportunities to actually lose the weight by, say for example, when you're walking, showing you the gym or on the way you walk, or diet show on your favorite TV channel or YouTube channel or subscriptions. You would have Googled some, say for example. But in reality, the gym, the diet were already existing. You just started to notice them in conscious mind. Earlier, they were sent to your subconscious mind. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Here the action which produced consequent reaction was your continuous thinking and not the universe as suggested by law of attraction. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Very simple it is. Law of attraction is not complete. In fact, it is incomplete because it does not explain that one has to deserve and qualify himself to get what he wants. In fact, law of attraction is dangerous. It is extremely dangerous idea if it implemented by everyone. Even otherwise also, even if it is small number of people implement, it's going to lead to a lot of difficulties and chaos in their individual's life as well as in the lives of the people around. I'll tell you why it is. First and foremost is, It will lead people trying to achieve impossible thing and put them in depression. There are certain things in life which cannot be achieved. 100% sure. You cannot fly without any things, or you cannot put your hand in fire and be unhurt. Like that weird things. There are so many things which you cannot do, which is impossible to do. But if people start believing crazily that I can do whatever I want, just have to imagine that I've already done it, makes it so dangerous. For example, trying to change. This is utter crazy. People live in the past sometimes. Most of the people today have some mental issues. It's an unfortunate thing and a painful thing. The current generation had to go through this. People try to imagine if ऐसा हुआ होता आज मैं अच्छा होता. They live in the past and they want to change the past. Unfortunately, this theorem or this concept gives them a hope, false hope. Foolishly, because of that, because they've hankered for it very desperately, decided for from the core of their heart, by hook or crook they want it. So, for example, trying to change what already happened or said in the past, you cannot go back in time and fix it, even if you strongly imagine yourself doing it or saying it right for the rest of your life. Another dangerous thing that law of attraction has encouraged is today youth trying to fix the impossible relationships. They go through pain, they go through difficulties. Now, because almost 85% of the relationships fall off. And you know what happens later. The trauma, the pain, the agony, the grief, what they go through. To overcome that, when they come across this concept of law of attraction, and let me try, because they want their beloved to come back into their lives, come by hook or crook, and they are ready to do anything and everything for that. And such a wonderful thing, sit and keep imagining that my lover will come back, my lover will come back, my lover will come back. No, just after studying this law of attraction, most of the youth apply in its first place to build relationship with the opposite gender. In reality, they end up wasting their valuable time trying to realize their whimsical likes and not putting their energy in anything substantial. Say, for example, a boy or a girl builds a relationship of a lot of imagination and efforts. He or she most likely to end it in due course, because completely different attitude, thinking, psychology of the opposite person cannot make it happen. And most of the relationship experts say today, especially in this breakup and patch-up era, almost 85%, as I said earlier, end in bitter and depressing and painful separations. But this law of attraction encourages the idea that nothing is impossible. People just love this idea. But in reality, certain things are impossible. No matter how many times you think, whole life you keep thinking about it. For example, say, only one single person can top an entrance examination. Even if hundreds and thousands participants, students are applying law of attraction and imagining themselves a topper, it's just not possible to be a topper. Law of attraction binds a person to something, not allowing him to move ahead when he don't deserve it or it's not good for him. Although usko pata ye mere bas ki baat nahi hai, I don't deserve it, but he wants it. He desires but he doesn't deserve. Prabhupada always says, first deserve, then desire. So law of attraction says ulta. You desire. And he gets stuck up like the typical old typewriter and padra in Tamil they say, and keeps singing the same song again and again. He doesn't move ahead in life. He gets into such a trauma and psychological difficulty. It's very difficult to get him out of that situation. Both girls and boys of this current age go through this pain. I came across a lot of youngsters today facing this difficulty. And second, Already people in Kali Yuga are so impatient, they can't watch even a 15-second video completely. What to speak of waiting for the universal energy to give you that. They grow so impatient. It may lead one simply waste time imagining something and not giving sufficient time to work for it. This is called overnight success. There's something called overnight success, but there's nothing called overnight success. नाइट हो गया, ओवरनाइट हो गया, सक्सेस मिल गया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. एनी सक्सेसफुल पर्सन, इफ यू आस्क हिम, nothing like that exists. Either you work for it now or you work for it in the previous life. You have to work for it, and if there is in your package, you will get it. Law of karma, simple. जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी. But followers of law of attraction will spend lot of time, imagine, think, visualize, consider, lead, if that can be there, if this can be there, and keep on visualizing his success every day, his relationship with the other person every day. And that puts him into depression or frustration at the end of 21 days or 6 months, whatever the course is, when he don't really get it. That is the second point. Now, third point is, it makes a person plaything the hands of three important devils in life. Devils, as Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, there are three doors to hell, and the three devils which are leading our lives to hell is anger, lust, and greed. Okay. Now, law of attraction inspires a person for more and more desire. और desire करो, और desire करो, और desire करो, rather than, as Prabhupada says, or our scripture says, simple living and high thinking. But because of this concept of law of attraction, they keep on desiring and desiring and desiring. And when a person is not able to fulfill his desire, he becomes victim of anger. As Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa Sangas Teso Pachayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Bhi Jayate. When one person contemplates on sense object, he develops attachment for it. He desires. Because of desire, he develops attachment. When he has attachment, he develops lust for it. But lust can never be satiated, Krishna says in the Gita, very logically, reasonably. We have seen it, we have experience of it, all of us. And when you don't get what you desire, the lust gets transformed into wrath or anger. And it is very, very frustrating because, and when his desire is fulfilled, next case, he'll become victim of greed, lobha, to achieve even more. He's not just satisfied by what he has got. He got it what he desired. Now he wants more and more and more. And he applies the principles of law of attraction, hoping that it will give me returns like this more and more. I just remember this interesting video. Just watch this video and come back. This will really give you a crude idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. समझ में आ गया होगा आपको. Also, now because he has tasted success by law of attraction, this will lead to a person to make newer and newer desires, never allowing him to set at ease with his life. It makes person forget that one day सबको छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा भाई साहब. He has to give up everything. Whatever he has gathered, be it fame, wealth, relationship, anything, काली हाथे आए थे हम, काली हाथे जाएंगे. क्या कर सकते हो? कुछ नहीं ले जा सकते. अलेक्जेंडर का कहानी सुना होगा. पूरा दुनिया कॉन्कर कर लिया था उसने. सिकंदर बोलते हैं. हाँ? जब वो when he was on the deathbed, best of the physician attended him, and nothing could help him to recover completely. He asked his ministers to come, and he said, I have this desire, please fulfill that desire. No, we're going to conquer India again, don't worry, you will become the emperor of the whole world. Our army is ready. Tension mat lo, come back here. I know I'm not going to stay back. Stay forever. I have these 3 desires, please fulfill the desires. Anyways, nobody could further question his emperor. So he had these 3 desires. One desire was, I want all these physicians who are treating me to carry me to the graveyard. Okay, done. Second, on the path to the graveyard, all the wealth, all the booty, all the richness which I have usurped, looted by war and killing should be thrown on the path to the graveyard. And the third wish is, when you cremate me, when you bury me, keep my hand open like this. And one close associate of him, Alexander, I know it is painful to be in this condition, but you'll recover. Don't worry about this. But still, I want to ask this question. Why you are asking such weird wishes? Then Alexander told, the lesson I want to give to the whole world by this wish of mine is, when you may have the best of the richness, you may be top-notch CEO of a company with $200 billion in your worth, all the whole world's property is yours, but when you die, best of the physicians cannot help you. Best of the doctors, best of the vaccines cannot save you. And when you go to the crematorium, on the way I asked you to throw this gems and jewels and rubies and diamonds which I have amassed. Because no matter how much wealth you have in your life, when death comes, not even a single penny will come to your rescue. And finally, when I said, keep it empty-handed, I want to tell the whole world, you come empty-handed, you go empty-handed, nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to Krishna. And this is a formula of peace. Bhoktaram yagna tapasa sarva loka maheshram surdam sarva bhutanam kyatam mam shanti rachyati. Anyone who understands Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He is Bhokta, He is the enjoyer, and He is the Surdam, He is a real friend, eternal well-wisher, and He is a Maheshwaram, He is the Lord of everything in existence. He attains peace. Going further, the law of attraction is incomplete understanding of law of karma. Come again, incomplete understanding of law of karma. According to law of karma, a person receives the result of his current activity based on his karma, actions in the previous lives or in his life itself, from the time he started the activity as well as his karma before that. Every action of a man adds into the account of his karma in terms of his due enjoyment or suffering. Papa karma and punya karma. We have discussed this in the earlier sessions. And encashes the enjoyment and suffering from his karma account in the form of success or failure, gain or loss, happiness or distress. The most important thing you need to understand, Gita gives a very clear picture about this concept. In 18th chapter, 13-14 verse, this and this. Krishna very clearly describes 5 factors for successful completion of an action. In fact, I have a video about this. I'll give the link in the description. Please go and click the link and watch an exclusive episode of 30 minutes where I briefly and detailedly discuss about these 5 factors. Because today I cannot touch all the factors. Of course, briefly I will touch it. The first factor is place of action, where you perform. Second, the performer, you who carries out the actions. Third, the senses, that is the instruments through which you perform your actions. And the fourth, chesta, the endeavor. And ultimately, the super soul, panchamam daivam. It is not difficult to understand that place of action plays a very important role in success of any activity. The success of an activity is also determined by the karma of the performer. You have to have the package. Otherwise, every person today who is pouring petrol or diesel in the petrol pump would have become Ambani, right? Every dropout from Harvard would have become Bill Gates or Zuckerberg. It doesn't happen, right? You need to have a package for that. You need to have a karma for that. Without that, just visualizing, nothing was to happen. That's the point with law of attraction. It misdirects us. The success of an activity is also determined by, as I said, the karma of the performer who acts through these senses. And the most important factor for success of any activity is Panchamam Daivam, super soul, the controller of everything. Law of attraction emphasizes only on one of these 5 factors, that is endeavor. The two to certain extent, but otherwise visualize. That's why its believers might be put into difficulty in various ways, as I explained earlier. When one develops the understanding, this reality, what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the 5 factors of success according to law of karma, he will act in a balanced way without getting affected by the results of his activities. That's why Krishna in the beginning itself, he says, Karmanne vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have a right to perform your duty, but you are not entitled for the fruits of your action. Never consider yourself with the cause of the result, and never be not attached for not doing your duty. 2.47. And this understanding, then he will be not be affected by the result of the actions. First of all, result is not in his control. When he hankers for the result, when the results are unfavorable, he goes through pain, he goes through unnecessary trauma. That's why Krishna is telling this instruction in the beginning of the end of the second chapter, 2.47. Later here, 5 factors of accomplishment of an action. Okay, and Krishna helps us to understand this factor. And when anyone understands this reality, this tattva which Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, and not misled by the law of attraction, he will act to free himself from law of karma. Because Papa karma, Punya karma are both binding. Papa karma may entangle you very painfully in this material world. Punya karma may get you better facilities in this material world, but still both the cases you are in the jail. But you have to perform akarma, which is in direct connection with the Lord, meant for pleasing the Lord under the direction of bona fide spiritual master, which will burn both Papa karma and Punya karma and help you to get out of this material world. Thus, anyone who understands this, he will be peaceful, he will be satisfied, irrespective of success and failure, gain or loss, happiness or sadness. So this is the point which I want to share. So this is a reality. So we should not be misled by so-called law of attraction. These are the myths we debunked of the law of attraction. So I hope it makes sense to you. If anyone is still feeling that the law of attraction works, please share this video with him so that he can understand and appreciate what I'm trying to tell you. And even the article which one of our devotee wrote, I'll be giving in the description, and the 5 factors of success in detail if you want to know. Again, the description is given in the link. Please go through it. And thank you so much for patiently hearing me. And Hare Krishna.